Morning, crafters. So before I start my day and get messy in the craft room that's been redone, I wanted to give you a quick tour. So hopefully my camera won't be too shaky. Here you are coming into the new room. I guess first we'll look over here at this side. I got this cart, which I don't really need, but I am using it anyway. These are my main vinyls and my stencil vinyl, and all of the irons are on this cart, so they're convenient. Even my regular iron is down there, except my portable one is there. So I have I got this vase at the dollar store to put my pipe cleaners in for wreath making. I've got these baskets. I got 6 of them for like, I don't know, $10, $17, something like that, at Amazon. I have all of the cards that I give away are going to now be in this container, which was a Lisa Burson container. I got the rest out of there. There's an empty box plus some other card boxes and some empty envelopes that I use to send cards out. I use these peanut containers. I cleaned them out. And because I was changing out my craft cabinet, so some of the craft items are in these little jars. This is a dressing jar, lighthouse dressing, and I painted the caps of everything. So that is the Cricut station. And over here I have all my Stampin' Up stamps and other stamps as well. So I switched out this top, which still hasn't stayed smooth like I would like, but it's not brown anymore. So I added to my stamp collection over the last year of the pandemic. I started out weeding out stamps, and now I added a ton more. Those are my embellishments, and all of my Stampin' Up ribbons and small ribbons for cards are now stored in here. They used to be in my other cabinet. I still have stickers. Who knows if I will ever use them. Of course, my Stampin' Up inks are in their towers, which they have been for a long time. I have a bunch of flowers here. These are my current flowers. I have another container underneath the shelves that has other floral things. This mess right here is all of the long wrapping paper and rulers and tubes and things like that that I use on occasion, but you know, usually I take them out of there and then I shove it back in, so it's not real organized. This is my new craft cabinet. Here's what I decided to do. So I took everything out of here and I put in just things I was keeping: the embroidery, the tracer, the laminator, more embroidery, some holders, my Dremel, some of my sprays, adhesives and things, and my clay. That's what I've decided to keep. On this shelf I have a couple of my metal cans and just one set of 4 Frappuccinos, and then of course I have my tins that I alter, extra magazine racks that I don't have anywhere else to put because everything's jam-packed. Some larger watercolor paper and cardboard, my 2 easels, and whatever yarn I have left, which is not much. And back there in that blue container are index cards. So here's the main change. I decided to put in my ribbons in here. And of course it's not filled up because I have my other ribbons are still in their cases. But everything, I think Judy was thinking I would put the tension rods through there, but I didn't like that idea because I want to be able to grab them out and use them. So I saw this idea on a Pinterest. We'll see how long it lasts. So these are just tension rods, and I have 2 levels here and 1 level in front, and then my larger the larger ones are at the bottom. And I did the same here. Of course I have more ribbon coming from Deco Exchange. They just told me today my shipment's on its way. So those will go in here. So that's what I decided to do for ribbon storage, as well as the containers I have. Coming over here, of course, hoop wreaths are up there. Not sure what I'm going to end up doing with that. A lot of Christmas items to sell starting in August. And then I have 1, 2, 3 basic under the bed storage containers of ribbon, and of course my bags and tissue, which may end up getting out of there. I don't know what I'll do. I should put more ribbons in the closet since I have the space. Down here I have fun fabrics that I was using for the gnomes and things, and then my wood plates, some more gnome stuff. This is my photo square. Things that are still for sale. My Stampin' Up! Stuff that's for sale in those 2 containers. Behind there is a large microwave I never wanted. That Rachel wanted from Grandma Mimi that we'll never use, and so therefore it's just stored in my space, which I hate. Paint storage, and then these are my fabric storage. I think this middle one has most of the new baby fabrics, and that is stuffed to the max, so I have an extra container on the top. These are my small bags used for merchandise. These are my larger bags, and then there's medium bags back there. Tier trays, pillows, blah blah blah. This is all memory stuff back in there, and empty boxes for doing scrapbooking sometime when I get to it, right? So now comes the Kallax. So here you have seen some of this already. So you know that behind here I have another box full of paints that are for t-shirts, for doing, what do you call it, screen printing, and other paints, glow-in-the-dark paints. Some things, all my deco mesh is here, and I haven't gotten a tag ready for that yet. I have my idea books and my watercolors. More idea books and letter stickers. Cardstocks, notebooks, and felt are in here. And my EBC, whatever that is, foam. These are empty. And there's more cardstock in there. My Nina paper, my 110-pound cardstock, the really good stuff for card making. This is just extra. This is empty. And these are empty. And this is all other empty pieces that I put in here and scraps. Then you come up to this drawer, which has nothing in it. And then the other two drawers next to it. This one has quotes and 6x6 paper, which I think you've seen before. This drawer has watercolors and chalk. And oil pastels are in there as well. CM mats, which are and die cuts with a view. This is a die cut with a view, but this is your creative memories. Mats that I saved. I don't have that many left anymore. I sold or gave away most of them. Tim Holtz paper, a few extra things. And this drawer has tags, all my metal tags, round tags, regular tags, my creative memories cutting kit, and some glass bottle sprayers for spritzing. That's in here. Then you have kid papers. These are extra papers, mostly blue. Kid papers. Heritage are these two. These are Stampin' Up! Catalogs are in here. And a Project Life folder. I only have one. I don't really do Project Life. Black and white print paper, other papers, family history books, Tim Holtz design books. Then we have cardstock, of course. You've seen this part before, I think. Stampin' Up! Designer paper, Creative Memories designer paper, miscellaneous print, and more miscellaneous prints and Christmas. Above that, I have my cameras, my old cameras, my old typewriter, my butterfly, and a little container Judy made me. Then you come here, and this is my chair to sit in. It's finally cleaned off, but I can actually sit in it. Of course, I hang my ironing board on the back of my door with one of those hook hangers. Then you come over here, and I have these two roll-away file cabinets. They're the same, and I zip tied them together so they work as one unit. And I have all my painting supplies, sponge brushes, craft sticks and palettes are in here. My wax, my sponge brushes are all in one spot. And these sponge brushes. This side has basically straws and extra pipe cleaners that didn't fit in that container. Adhesive blades. Adhesive and blades. Supplies and calculators here. And then on top I had an extra box from Ikea, so to be less messy, I just put that on the top and put my little pen jars in there. I have two. Then I kept a plant on my table. So this is my work table so far. Okay, back over here I have my Cricut maker, my Air 2, and the current wreath I need to work on, which is, you know, taking a back seat to cleaning up. Then comes my next, this drawer. I need to still label that, don't I? Has all my business stuff in it. So my label maker, tags for a product, all my, you know, my sayings with my email, Facebook, Pinterest on it, my thank you stickers, my Meister Craft Studio stickers, my business cards are all in here, and the card making things that I use. This just has extra paper, has extra business cards plus my steno pads, and the bottom I think is pretty much empty. Oh, snacks are in there. Okay, so here comes the next Kallax drawer or cabinet that I got. I kept the shelf up there for the time being. Yeah, these are going to go into my tool area in the utility room. They're picture hangers and eye hooks for the circle rounds that I do. Here's my Gemini Junior and all the tools that go with die cutting, and my Big Shots die cutting machine. In the first bin I have all my die cuts and magnet sheets to put the die cuts on, and extra envelopes to store them are in here. There's the other white. I was wondering what happened to the other white thing. In here I have all the other ribbons I'm using in my current project, which is I'm going to do a deco mesh, I think, 4th of July wreath, as well as my grapevine, if I get to it. And then the larger paints that I use to paint signs and things are in there. These two containers are empty. Down here I have the big sticker maker, laminator, and the little sticker maker, and the food sealer that I use to seal my product bags. Here is nothing. In here was just a bin that was sitting on my desk that needs to be gone through. Has a t-shirt in it, has some pellets for the gnomes, etc. are in there. This one has all the rest of my jars, the ball jars. Then here's 2 baskets I cleaned out yesterday. I don't have anything put in there yet, but I think they'd be good for, like this one, you know, a current project that you're working on. Here are my sewing spot. I just put this here even though there's nothing really in it, and I need a place just to put my clips and my pins while I'm sewing, which I was doing yesterday somewhat. Then you come over to the sewing area. I have a little bit of space to put pins and things. Back here I have my bobbins, and then that little container has pins and other things in it. That just holds junk. These are my tools for the sewing machine, paper, extra paper, tissue, my serger, because I'm not using that currently. Up on my shelves, I put all the pictures that were on this other shelf. So I crammed them in there in the corners. For my scissor storage, I have my scissor little hanger thingy. Then I still have to figure out, those are card kits that may end up being donated to Tiffany. Not sure what I'll do, or I might try and sell them. These are the washi tape I have in those containers. This container holds my rope. Then I have all my little cording in these mason jars that came for Barb and John's wedding. And I put little tops on them. These hold clothespins, little baby clothespins that some Judy gave me and some I had. And then these do binder clips. I would like to get more of those. They're from the dollar store. And then my verses. And one of my more popular cards. Happy Birthday Madman card. Then this cart, it's here next to my stamping area. Underneath there is empty storage bins and photos. So all of these drawers here. This was on the other side of my sewing machine before the Kallax got there, so it's got essential tools and things that I use every day that I'm sewing. Cone thread and spool thread and tracing paper. Heat and bond. Cord and trimming, including face mask, elastic, zippers and other, and more sewing utensils and some combs and things. Empty DVDs. These are the Stampin' Up! Empty containers because I took the stamps out of the Stampin' Up! Containers. I put them in here. I like to use them if I'm going to do like a birthday party pics or something like that. I might use these to distribute them. My number 10 envelopes that are for slimline cards. Jewelry and beads. And jewelry wire. Then on the cart, all of my punches are now on this cart. So I have all my Creative Memories punches, all my Stamping Up punches, and then of course some extra little cards and a few papers, cleaning, that kind of thing. I finally did do my Kleenex in my ball jar, but I didn't decorate the ball jar. I just put the Kleenex in there. This has a little thing on the side that holds my cutting container. I got a little container to contain these guys on the top of this. This doesn't go all the way back because of the table legs, which is convenient actually for me. In here I have stamp cleaning products, alcohol, Goo Gone, my tape runner, my large tape runner, blending things. It doesn't close all the way because I got a washcloth down there. And then I have card inserts. These are all already pre-cut because they were from scraps. So I just cut my scraps in a more uniform pattern, and I use those on the inside of my cards. And then here are the grid, the cleaning pad, extra dies that I've made. Here's the, oops, well, that's not good. The balloon dies. Hold on. But you can see with some of these, I put them in these DVD cases. so they kind of store nicely. Then up here, not too much changed, except it got cleaned off. So I have my turnaround thing, and this was kind of expensive, but I don't know, I like it. Holds a lot of stuff. I have my paintbrushes in a vintage bowl that I got from Goodwill. I had this, it used to be pink, and I spray painted it. It works great. Back there's just extra little pieces of cards. Then I have just one box out of stamps that I currently need to use. This is all my foam tape, my score tear tape, different things like that. On this shelf, I have watercolor palette trays, my all my Stampin' Up! Pens, my chalk, my watercolors, all the watercolor. What is this one? Some Spectra Noir blend watercolor pencils. My Stamp-A-Majig type thing that positions my stamp positioner, I guess you would call it. Then I got these Spectrum Noir alcohol pens this last time at HSN. And then some Creative Memories pens, and all of these are Stampin' Up! Blendy pens here. And then I got my, at the end I have my alcohol sprays, my Gamsol, and what is this, mineral water. So the alcohol sprays, I haven't tried those yet. And then of course more Stampin' Up! DSP or Cricut papers like Star Wars and things I have in here. And then the regular cards. I redid my clock. Hopefully it keeps time now because I redid the face to orange, which I loved. But, you know, I wrecked the hands doing that. And then up here, I put my shadow box up there, one camera, my plant, and all the empty cans and bottles that I wanted to keep are up there. On this side, down below here, I have, I just can't throw this thing out, Judy. I know she has the same one. Right now, I have all the old Stampin' Up! Bigger containers are in there, the plastic containers. Then here I have all my liquid glues are in here with a little tray on top too. And my hair dryer, my heat gun that are plugged in. Then I have embellishments in here, and they're all in little containers. It's hard to focus that close. So little embellishments are in here. And then this is where the glue gun is, and my wood burner, glue gun, more silicone sheets, and some cups to do painting or whatever there. Staples, staple gun is in there. More card inserts here because I have a ton of scraps, you guys. I don't even know what to do with them all. There's so many. And here's some extra envelopes and more card inserts that are, you know, smaller in size. And then here is long card inserts, so long strips that can be used in scrapbooking at some point. So I think that's pretty much it. I'll give you a last look at all the fun. Feels good to have it kind of cleaned up. What's the next project? Right now it's going to be getting rid of boxes that I still have to break down. I really love the Kallax units. I think they hold a lot, but I still have a lot. that I need to probably at some point get rid of. Start back over here. And of course the curtains will be down in a minute. I kept that extra chair here because I do have my portable table upstairs. That's what I'm going to use now for painting and gluing or taking pictures. That's what that light is for there next to that Kallax. And back to the front desk. And that is the tour, the completion of the tour. See you guys later. Bye.